everyone, it's Movie Lover 120 here, and I'm here with a brand new movie review. And this is going to be it'll be a horror movie review, and it will be a review, and it'll be a sequel to a movie, once again, a sequel to a movie that I reviewed back in my Halloween horror movie review series. And this, believe it or not, guys, is for 1981's Halloween 2. So I'm reviewing this because we all know in October so far, Halloween Kills is coming out, and so I'm going to be reviewing, and I've already reviewed the original, I reviewed the two Rob Zombie movies, so I'm going to be reviewing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20 years later, Resurrection in 2018, slowly as the season progresses. So yeah, so far this month it'll be Halloween 2 and 3. So yeah, anyway, let's get started with this one. Before I go into any other spoilers, I'm going to say I consider this the best of the sequels and follow-ups. And I'm going to get into why in a bit. But let's read the plot. Picking up precisely where the first film left off, Halloween 2 follows the same ill-fated characters as they encounter the knife-wielding maniac they left for dead in the first movie. It seems the inhuman Michael Myers is still very much alive and out for more revenge as he stalks the deserted halls of the hospital where his sister lays waiting. As he gets closer and closer to his terrified target, Dr. Loomis discovers the chilling mystery behind the crazed psychopath's savage actions. Written by horror masters John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, Halloween 2 is a spine-tingling dark ride into the scariest night of the year. So yeah. This movie was released in 1981, 3 years after the first one. And the first thing I say why I like this one the most of the sequels is because I actually like this one takes place right after the ending of the first movie. I feel like that's a good way to go. I liked how they didn't just randomly cut to years later and act like Michael died at the end of the first one, because the end of the first one showed that Michael Myers' body was... Loomis did shoot Michael Myers, but once they cut back to Michael Myers' dead body, he's not there anymore, so hence he's still alive and out there. So that was pretty nice. So yeah, other redeeming qualities are that it stays very true to its predecessor, capturing and keeping the terrifying and mysterious tone the first film had. Acting is still spot on, especially from Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasence. Donald Pleasence will always be Dr. Loomis, hands down. So many unexpected and surprise twists and turns, such as how Laura is revealed to be Michael's long-lost sister. Well, yeah, it's kind of the problem I have with this one. That's probably the one twist I don't like of the movie, is that revealed that Michael Myers is actually Laurie Strode's brother. That really did not work out well for me at all. Because now it just gives Michael Myers a motive, and it would begin the franchise's tradition of humanizing Michael Myers. Something the original never did. Like, the first one, you never knew why he was evil. He just... One Halloween night, he just randomly turned evil. That was it. I never explained why he was evil, and it worked like that. It's better sometimes you just don't know motives. But back onto good qualities, it leaves no continuing errors or last-minute changes from the previous film. The setting and cinematography is amazingly done. It actually feels like it's occurring on the same night of the first film, even though it's actually filmed in 1981, which makes it even more impressive. There are some new interesting characters like Jimmy, this paramedic, and the soundtrack is still pretty good, while not as good as the soundtrack in the first one. And the use of the Cordettes as Mr. Santa manages to make the song sound utterly terrifying. It even gets a call back in Halloween H2O 20 years later, which will be another review for a while. Well done character and plot development. And Dick Warlock does an amazing job at playing Michael Myers, even though Nick Castle to me is the better one. The scenes are still unforgettable, mainly the death scenes. And the idea of making a sequel that occurs on the exact same night as the first one at a hospital is actually pretty original, I said. And the ending is actually quite satisfying, as Michael gets burned alive and dies, while Laurie survives his killing spree. And originally, the storyline of Michael Myers was going to end here. Michael Myers was going to stay dead after this film. And then the studios tried to move on to a different idea for the next two Halloween movies. So it was supposed to be an anthology series with Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Oh god. That was going to do a different idea, but we know how it turned out. Oh god. That's going to be the next review. No. When I review Halloween 3. Well, next time I review a Halloween movie anyways. But, oh god. That could come later. Now, there are still quite a few bad qualities. It's definitely still not as good as the first one. Like, it wasn't exactly very well received, especially with the low numbers at the box office and 34% rotten rate on Rotten Tomatoes, which is kind of BS because this movie doesn't deserve that percentage on Rotten Tomatoes because unlike the rest of the movies, this one actually has more of a proper connection to the first one. And like I said, Michael and Laurie being siblings is extremely needed, and it will continue, and that basically begun humanizing Michael Myers, and it will continue in later Halloween movies. While Laurie is still the main protagonist, she barely gets much screen time as she did in the first one. So technically to me, Dr. Loomis should have been the protagonist in this one. Would have been a little better, and it is definitely very inaccurate and unrealistic for a hospital to be as deserted as this one than this movie takes place on. And to be fair, guys, John Carpenter originally had no intention of writing a sequel to Halloween at all, and he was technically forced into doing it. And he didn't even have no intention for Michael and Laurie to be siblings. And he only wrote it because he had writer's block and was apparently drunk at the time he was writing this. So that kind of explains a lot. But despite those qualities, if you like the first one, you'll probably like this one too. Personally, I find it the best of the sequels and follow-ups, and here's how I'm going to rank it. I'm going to give Halloween 2 an 8 out of 10. Well, 1 down, 7 to go. This will be pretty good. So yeah, but I'm going to be doing this slowly, guys. I'm not going to be doing these movies all at once, because there's still a lot of months for Halloween Kills to go. Guys, I still got plenty of time. So you'll get the other Halloween reviews when you get them. But now I took care of 3 of the follow-ups. So, but all in all, that'll be the first review. Thank y'all for watching. And if you like this and want to see more, and don't forget to like, subscribe to Movie Lover 120.